there's something about touching the work that matters to you every day that has this sort of exponential effect. It's a little action that spills out everywhere. Do it, talk about it, share it, take a picture of you with the book, one of these. You guys are my best advertising. When you tell the people that you know would vibe with it, they would be a great person to tell about it. So I promised you we'd talk about how to get out of your own way. Subversively simple ways of getting out of your own way. My friend Dave Rosowski wrote a book about improvisation called A Subversive's Guide to Improvisation. If you are an improviser, this book is a must read. Dave's a wonderful teacher and it's a wonderful book. And this idea of being sort of a spy in the house of love, that you could get in there and in very small, subtle ways, make a big transformation in your life. Let's do a little exercise here to see if we can get you out of your own way. I want you to think of something that you would like to be moving forward on in your life. Maybe it's your business, maybe it's your hobby, maybe it's a volunteer community thing you're involved in, something that you just think, oh, that could be going better. Not something completely theoretical, something you're actually already involved in. And then I want you to think of who is it? Who do you know personally who would be influential in this space? What's something that you think could be going better? Who is someone that you already know that you're like, oh yeah, if that person could help me out, that would be really great. So maybe you're thinking about writing a book and you think of me, you think, wow, if Sam gave me some advice about my book, that would really be helpful. Or maybe you're involved in a volunteer community thing and you're like, wow, I met that alderman or that city council member last month, and that person could really be helpful to us in moving. Or maybe it's your own finances. Maybe you've got a little business or side hustle and you're like, oh yeah, I'd love to make another $1,000 this month. If that person would promote my work, that would really make a big difference. What's something you'd like to move forward on? And who is someone that you know personally, that you've been introduced to anyway, or have some access to, that you think could help? What is stopping you from reaching out right now? Why would you not call that person, email that person, ping that person, text that person right now? I'm giving you a second to mull on it because I know it's a personal question, but you guys want to change your lives. It's going to take some little excavation from the inside, right? Maybe it's something like, well, I wouldn't want to be rude. It's impolite to reach out like that. That wouldn't be polite. Oh, that's too pushy. It's too forward. I wouldn't want to take up that much space in the world. That would be rude. Julie says, I'm afraid of them saying no. Right. They might say no. Oh, I got to have all my ducks in a row first. What if they said yes and then I didn't even know what to do practically? Your belief that it's rude to ask for what you want. Your belief that you're not allowed to take up too much space. Your belief that you're not allowed to bother people. That things have to be perfect in order to be out in the world. That is what is getting in your way. Ron says they'll think I want something from them. You do want something from them. So the belief oh, no one can think I want something is what's keeping you stuck. Gosh, I'm feeling that in my belly right now too. I was raised that way too. You're not really allowed to want anything. You should be grateful for what you have. You should be grateful for what people give you, and you should not ask for anything more. Keep your mouth shut. You are not allowed to want. Kind of subversive, because it seems perfectly logical and natural. Oh, well, I would call that city council person to get their help on our building the skate park for the kids. Or I would call that fellow entrepreneur who might be able to help promote my business. I would ask a published author their advice about my book, but I don't want to seem boom. Whatever your boom is, that's what's in your way. And it's going to keep getting in your way. And this is why you are going to keep getting the same result over and over and over again. And y'all, we are too old for this. Your time to get a better result is now. So I really want you to question this belief. I'm too noisy. I'm too self-involved. I can't be impolite. I have to see things all the way through. I have to be ready. I have to have all my ducks in a row. I'm not allowed to want things from people. Everything has to be perfect before I let it out in the air. I think this might be hurting you. That's my first subversively simple way to change your life, is take a look at those knee-jerk reactions you have and really get into examination around them. And it's going to feel terrifying. You are absolutely going to feel like you're cliff jumping. I'm calling this person. I know they're going to think I want something from them because I do. And they might say no. And it's not even really perfect, this thing that I'm asking them to participate in. Yeah, I know. You might just have to try that. You might just have to risk that. And then what if they say yes? And then I have to do it. Yeah, I know. So this is my point of inquiry for you today. I want you to write these things down. What's coming up for you when you think about, well, why would I not call this person that I met who said, oh yeah, call me. My office would love to hear from you. And then you haven't. What's stopping you from doing that? I bet you've got a pile of business cards on your desk right now of people who said, oh, I'd love to talk to you more about that. And you have not followed up with them. Everything comes to us through other humans. God comes to us through other humans. Opportunities come to us through other humans. Money comes to us through other humans. All of it. You sitting enclosed in your own little hermetically sealed box going, well, it's got to be perfect. Well, I'm not quite ready. You're not giving anybody else a chance. Give us a chance. Give the world a chance to fall in love with you. Give the world a chance to be proud of you. Give the world a chance to go crazy for your stupid, half-baked, pushy self. Give the world a chance to fall in love with you, because there's going to come a moment where you're not going to be able to communicate the truth that you know about. You're not going to be able to make the moves that you can make right now. You will physically not be able, or you will just not be here on the planet. That moment is coming, and you guys are just too good. What you have to say is too good. What you have to share is too good. Your heart, your spirit, your insight, your poetry, your art, your singing, all of it. Or it's not good enough, and you're going to get it out there and find out that it's not good enough. And then guess what? You got to do something else, or you'll make it better. But it is time to get it out of the hermetically sealed box of your mind and out into the world. And don't expect it to feel good. It's not going to feel good. It's going to feel very, very uncomfortable. But nobody ever perished from discomfort. 441 days ago, this was just an idea. And I literally wrote it 15 minutes at a time because I was too sick to do much more than that. And the whole time I was working on it, I was like, this is not right. This is not very good. I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't think this is coming out properly. I don't think this is going to help anybody. I wonder if I can get out of this contract. Veronica will tell you more than once. I was like, I think I have to give the money back. I don't think I can do this. But I stuck with it. And that's all I want you to do, is just stick with it, because what you have to say is important, and what you have to share with the world is important. Veronica says, gotta hear more no and practice noticing how it doesn't destroy you. We're grown-ups now and you can take it. That's right. And in fact, we could take it a lot easier when we were kids. You've seen this on the playground. Somebody says, do you want to play with me? And they go, no. I go, okay. Do you want to play with me? No. Oh, okay. How about you? Do you want to play dress up? Okay. I can't tell you how often people are like, I need more money. I don't have any clients. I can't find any clients. There's no clients. Nobody's buying anything. I'm like, great. How many sales calls have you made this week? Oh. Right. When 100 people have told you no, then we can start to, make adjustments. But until then, you don't tell me nobody wants to buy. You haven't asked them. You haven't made it clear to them that there is something to buy. This next Get It Done Lab, you guys, in July, we're starting a new Get It Done Lab, and it's all about making the money, making the moolah in ways that are fun and creative and joyful and exciting, and can accommodate long haul illnesses and broken hips and all the things. Because it's not going to be perfect, but it's worth doing. But you're going to have to get it out there. You're going to have to let people know that there's something to buy. I mean, otherwise it's like you've opened up a shop in your backyard. Nobody knows. Nobody knows it's there, right? Okay, good. Oh, Carol says that's the day her mom died, April 4th, 2023. Sending you love for your mom, Carol. I'm sorry about that. Grateful and inspired by your stick with itness. Yeah, well, that is one thing I will say to myself about myself is I may have a lot of shortcomings, but never say die. Like, I know how to stick with it, right? So that was the big thing about how to subversively simple ways to change your life. You can see that if you drop the story about politeness, about receiving help, about asking for things, about raising your prices, about letting people know that you were selling anything, about getting your writing out there, about anything, that things might change, and probably for the better. Or at least for the more interesting, at least for the different, because what you are doing right now is going to get you the same result you've been getting. The other two things I promised you was this concept of baby steps leading to quantum leaps. That's everything 15-minute method is all about. Touch your project every day. And if it's a craft project or a home improvement project or a self-improvement project or a physical improvement project, spiritual improvement project, whatever it is. Oh, I've got to clean out the entire basement. I can't do it in 50 minutes. I know. But you can spend 15 minutes down there with your Mega T just letting it talk to you. Look at all these boxes. Wait a minute. That's all my brother's stuff. He could come and clear that out. That's his stuff. And then now half the basement's clear. Go and contemplate it for 15 minutes a day. A couple days in a row, I bet you will figure out like, oh, wait, then maybe you get inclined to open one. Oh, look, that's the Christmas stuff. Great. Now you know. Next box. Oh, my old roommate's old project from old boyfriend's stuff. Bye. Quit overcomplicating it, you guys. You people, you beautiful humans. Spend 15 minutes a day, every single day. But stop telling yourself you don't have time. Stop telling yourself it's not the right time, and get in there with it. Mostly, do not quit. If it's important to you, do not quit. Keep showing up. Show up messy. Show up impotent, show up exhausted, but show up. And I promised you that these things would make a better world. And it will. You know why? Because you guys are you people are amazing. You are good people with good things to share, with interesting things to say, with loving hearts. The world doesn't need less of you. The world needs more of you. Spend 15 minutes a day sharing the truth of who you are, first with yourself, and then maybe with the world. So this is my challenge for you. Get out of your own way by busting your own stories about how you're not supposed to do XYZ or you're not allowed to be XYZ. Take your baby steps. Show up for 15 minutes a day, every day. And even if you don't do it every day, if you promise yourself you're going to do it every day and then you do it 3 days, that's still 3 more days than you did last week, right? So, but really, every day, you can do it. You've got 15 minutes a day. I know you do. And then share the truth of who you are because you're beautiful. If you have not yet bought the book, please buy the book. If you have bought the book, please review the book. If you've already reviewed the book, please share the book on the socials. And if you've already done all that, find another author you love and do the same thing for them. Every single sale matters. Every single review matters. I cannot tell you. I'm so grateful for your support. And the more you guys show up and share, the more people will hear about it, and then they can be helped. Let's do one more breath to close out the circle. Oof, and then I'm going to go try and cool off because I am schwitzing over here. You ready? Let's inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thank you. Thank you for doing this with me.